Hey y'all, decided to go live outside today. So first of all, I hope all is well with you. Let me do a little poll. I feel like I need to put my mittens on. Hi, Martin Johnson. No, I'm not hiking. I'm just outside. We just came from the library, so now we're at this little, I don't know what you want to call it, this little outdoor area.
Say that you're next to Tom.
I'm next to Tong. Tong is a little tree that my son started liking a few years now. So we just came to visit Tong. That's the name he gave this little mini tree. The tree won't grow. It's like a little tiny baby tree. And we come to visit it every chance we get after we go to the library. But y'all, I'm gonna do a short about this, right? Real quick. So we were at the library, and I always talk to my son about like if there's a stranger that comes up to you, tell them like you're not my mom. I don't know you. Get away from me and scream and be loud. Like basically stranger danger, right? So right before I went to the bathroom, I was like, Mom, I'll be right back. And make sure that you don't go anywhere with anybody. You don't leave. You know. So when I came back, I was just messing with him. I went to test him. So he's on the computer. And I come up behind him and I touch his back and I'm like, come here, little boy. Something like that I said to him, right? And he was like, no, you're a stranger. Like really loud in the library, like loud. I'm about to do it. No, you're a stranger. And he did it so loud in the library. And I was so embarrassed but proud at the same time. And then he looked at me like, oh, it's you. Like he was not playing games. He was not playing games. I'm so proud of my baby that he knows that if somebody tried to take you out anywhere you're at, if you don't know this person, they're a complete stranger to you. So that was just a proud mom moment that this parents keep talking to your children about stranger danger or somebody is touching them inappropriately, whether it's family, friend, or a stranger. They scream and say, no, you don't touch me, that's my private part, that's my body, you don't do that to me. Or they try to kidnap them or abduct them, whatever. Keep talking to your children, parents, because they're listening. So I was so embarrassed at the moment, but I couldn't help but laugh and be proud at the same time. I was like, yes, baby, that's right. I was like, you made me so proud. Like I literally was tearing up. Tears came to my eyes because I'm just glad that he didn't take it lightly. Like, he's like, no, my mom said if anybody tried to grab me or take me, I'm going to scream. So that was a very proud mom moment. I don't know what's going on over there. So he listened and yeah. And I told him, keep it up. Keep it up. People were looking at us like we was crazy. Everybody turned around and looked like, what's going on here? Why is this little boy yelling? And the library, generally you're supposed to be quiet in the library, but I was like, I don't care. My son is letting a potential stranger know, a potential stalker, whoever, kidnapper know that you try to touch me, I'm gonna let the whole world know that I don't know you. Hi Nora Medusi. How are you? I should have brought my tripod, but I didn't plan to go live at outside today. Y'all, there's still snow on the ground. It's cold. It's like 39 degrees right now. It's like 39 degrees. I mean, I possibly could prop y'all up on something and sit down and talk. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Where could I sit at? Y'all will probably be too far away. Hold on. See, this rock is wet. Let me see. No, y'all can't see me that way. Never mind. I'll go back where I was. Anyway, so there's still snow on the ground. I'm gonna turn the camera around so y'all can see. Still snow on the ground. But it was actually sunny today, so it was not that bad. Somebody's coming towards me and they're talking. Anyway, just want to get out into nature today.
Mommy, somebody's coming.
I know somebody's coming. Is he on the phone or what? He's yelling. Be careful, okay? I think he's on the phone. Yeah, he sounds like he's on the phone. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Didn't really want to come on and say much. I will make a short about me, like I said, being so proud of my son when it comes to stranger danger. And I was telling him before I walked away, I was like, I don't care if I always tell my children, I don't care if they're offering your favorite snack, your favorite toy, Robux, V-Bucks, money, pizza, anything that you love. You know, even if somebody gives you those things, you may never see your family again. You may never see your parents again. And you don't want that to happen to you. I do also want to go live later and talk about this story that I just learned about today. It's a story from 2022. A boy, a 15-year-old boy, was killed by his own mother and his brother in 2022. His name was Timothy Ferguson. So, rest in peace, Timothy Ferguson. He was an innocent boy. Basically, he was tortured to death by his own mother. She basically starved him to death, tortured, just all kind of stuff. Like they would feed him bread and hot sauce with bread and just hot sauce in his mouth. Y'all, it's a sick story, but I will get into that later. And she's basically a psychopath. You know, even on the stand, she was like trying to justify, like, oh no, well, the reason why I did that is because, and no accountability, a true psychopath. And the judge gave her life in prison without the possibility of parole. They're out of Michigan, okay? The judge gave her life in prison without the possibility of parole. And the brother, you know, her son who helped with the tortures, he got 30 years. And he was all shocked when the judge gave him. He was like, okay, how you going to be shocked, sir? You partaked in that. But he got a plea deal. That's why he didn't get life. But he thought that he pled down for lesser charge because he basically participated, or he cooperated with the prosecutors to basically get on the stand and speak against his mother. Like, you know, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. I did these things because of her. You guys, leave a comment if you heard about Timothy Ferguson, the poor boy who was tortured to death by his mom. When she came to live with him, he was like healthy, and you know, he looked like he was hefty and maybe was a little bit overweight. But it's like, I don't know, she was punishing him because he was overweight and she had a sick mind. I think her defense team tried to claim that, she was very depressed and whatever else because she lost her husband. Like, girl, I don't care what you lost. You don't do your son like that. Hi, D. Darnell. Please don't spam the chat, D. Darnell. Okay? Thank you for supporting my channel, but don't spam the chat. I see your message. Hi. But, yeah. It was a really sad story. So I watched the information on YouTube, and I did Google it and find more about Timothy Ferguson. It's really just a shame what his own mother... It's like, just because somebody's related to you, just because they're blood, doesn't mean that they're going to treat you right. And it makes me sad to think that there's children right now, y'all, suffering, being tortured, being tormented by their own family, and nobody knows about it. And it's another story that gives homeschoolers a bad name. Another story where this mom claims she was homeschooling the child, and she was not homeschooling him. She was home torturing. So I saw some comments, people saying, oh, another homeschooler. There's beautiful homeschooling families who are setting a positive example, a good example of what homeschooling looks like. And there's people like this woman, Shayna Van, whatever her name was. Yeah. But anyway, that was out of Michigan. and I'll come. I think I'm gonna talk about it later on live. I think I will. You okay, baby?
Wait, did you deleted your vlog?
I'm still on live. I'm still on live.
Did you deleted your vlog channel?
You know I did. Remember we talked about this. Because I'm not a vlogger, baby. I'm not really into vlogging.
Continue.
I might delete this channel. I don't know, baby. It just depends on how it goes. I hope not.
And your old subscribers will still remember your vlog channel.
I don't know, baby. I don't know. Nobody ever said they remember me. Did you like the vlog channel?
Yeah,
Why do you like it so much?
because I liked it.
Aww.
And
Anyway,
I still like it. Wait, look at
hi,
this
Jess
ice
Rusick.
cube.
Yes, you did what? Oh, you had a good Sunday? Or is your Sunday going well?
Mommy, look at this ice cube.
Wow. I'm sitting on a rock, y'all, and it's not that comfortable. Just Rusick. What are you talking about? Yes, I did what? It's nice to be outside in the air, y'all. We were inside all day, chilling. My son really. Why are you doing that? Is that okay?
Yeah,
What if that was Tong? Would Tong like that?
yeah.
I don't think that's very nice to do that. Why don't you find another branch on the ground instead of doing that? Um, we were inside chilling. I was like, we need to get out and go to the library. I'm actually still doing laundry right now, and I need to go put some in the dryer. And then we gotta go pick up my daughter. Yeah, we were spending a little bit. We were hot. We've been hibernating this winter a little bit too much, and this is why I don't like living in the cold anymore. It's been getting too. It's affecting my mood too much. You know, when it's cold and dark and barely any sun, it doesn't do good with your mood. But some people love the cold. I just will never love it. I just can't get used to it, y'all. Snow can be very beautiful, but it's just I don't feel like this is where I'm meant to be. So you can't break it. It's a reason why you can't break it. Don't do it. Anyway, y'all, like I said, I think I will go live later and talk about Timothy Ferguson. I'm not sure I will because it's such a gruesome story. You know, I try to talk about survivor stories on my channel, stories that people made it, um, because there's so many stories and so many information on the news about people dying and being killed. And it's nice to hear about survivors to know that you'll be okay and that, if you persevere, you can survive. It's depressing to hear that people didn't survive a situation. But like the judge said with the Timothy Ferguson situation, he was like that, I guess it was like, you know, Timothy, died because he there was no way he was gonna live like that anymore. Even if they were able to resuscitate him, I can't say the word resuscitate him. Even if they were able to do CPR on him and bring him back to life, he was still gonna be tortured. So life is just so weird, y'all, that sometimes people have to die for them to be able to live in peace. If Timothy Ferguson did not die, his family would have still been torturing him because clearly nobody loved him enough to check on him. Like, I'm not understanding why people are not doing wellness checks on children. Just like the situation in Michigan, another Michigan story. Michigan, there's a lot going on in Michigan. Stories happen in every state, y'all, in every country. But just like the story recently with Kelly Bryant, she had her 3 children living in the house for almost 5 years, barely eating, not washing their bodies, not flushing the toilet, not washing their hands, not having the right cleaning supplies and sanitary supplies. And no one was doing a wellness check on these children. Everyone was believing her story that, oh, they're okay, or oh, so and so is babysitting them, or oh, they're with their father, whoever. If I have a grandchild and I love my grandchild and we are in good and I have a good relationship with my if I think I have a good relationship with my child and I'm not hearing from them, I'm gonna do a pop up. I'm gonna do a wellness check. And even if you don't, I mean, the family could at least did a stakeout at the home and hey, look, we're gonna sit in the car and we're gonna watch and see if we see the children coming in and out. Nobody cared about those three children. They were rescued. They were 15, 13, and 12 years old, suffering, y'all. I saw the cleanup. Have you guys seen the cleanup of the video of the children who were rescued from that Michigan home in Pontiac, Michigan? Y'all, the whole place was full of poop. The snow, they was taking everything out. The snow was dirty with poop. The walls were dirty with poop. The floors were dirty with poop. The refrigerator was pooped up. The stove was full of poop. Like the whole, it's like poop. I'm honestly wondering, did the children also eat poop? Because we've heard of situations where someone is so hungry, so starved that they'll eat their own feces. I don't know. But they had an abundance of poop. The toilet was full of poop. It couldn't work no more. The bathtub. Like, this is gross what I'm saying, but these children were living in, like they said, squalor. They were living worse than animals. I know there's some dogs in America right now being pampered in doggy heaven right now, living better than how these children were living. It's a disgrace. It's just so much negativity that I'm seeing during Black History Month. But negativity happens on every month. Like I always say, there's no perfect parent out there, but you got to do more than you have to do more than the bare minimum. Children deserve more than the bare minimum. Like, just because you're keeping them alive, barely keeping them alive, or you're doing, the absolute least for them, doesn't mean you're being a good parent. A good parent tries their best to go above and beyond. Like, I'm not understanding, but it's a lot of people who have mental health issues that's not being checked. And I really think that before you leave the hospital with a child, you should be ordered to have some type of parenting classes, have some type of psychological evaluation. Like, more needs to be done for children. The school system are failing children. The child protective services are failing children. Families are failing children. It's sad, y'all. All these stories I'm hearing about is so sad. And I will never stop speaking about children and for children, because I was a child myself and I didn't have the best life. I didn't have the worst life in the world, but it was an ideal life for a child to live. And sometimes people make it seem like, oh, well, at least I did that for you, or at least I didn't do that. It still wasn't a great life. Like, you have to do more than a bare minimum as a parent. You have to do way more than that was done to you. Just treat your children like humans, y'all. We got to treat our children like humans. If the world would be ashamed of how you treat your children behind closed doors, then you should be ashamed of how you treat your children. Because a lot of parents are narcissistic, psychopaths, and they only do things for the public or what they think people will like. But behind closed doors, they're tormenting their children. They're like the worst parent. They're just disgusting. Every parent has a bad day. Sometimes we're yelling, we're mad, we're upset. But to like torture your children, to have them living in filth, to treat them like you hate them, that's no way for a child to live, y'all. Will Shake says, Grezzy from Switzerland. Hi, Grezzy. Hi, from Switzerland. I don't know, is that the bell, the church? That might be the church bell. Anyway, y'all, let me see what the poll is saying so far. I asked you guys, is your Sunday going well? 62% of you said yes, and 38% of you said no. So I'm glad most of you are having a good Sunday. How many more minutes could we stay? You ready, or are you okay? 5 more minutes? Okay. So I'll be out here for 5 more minutes. My son is ready to go. But yeah, just wanted to come on and talk about that. He made me proud by, hold on. He made me proud by exhibiting what he would do in case a stranger tries to approach him and take him out, take him away. And again, the Timothy Ferguson story. Like, I'm late to hearing about this, but I looked it up on YouTube, and a lot of other channels, a lot of other people had talked about the Timothy Ferguson thing. So there's a lot I need to catch up on. And y'all, I heard some of the jail phone calls, just like a few minutes of it. I heard the jail phone call of the mother, the so-called mother, okay, Shayna or Shanna, whatever her name was, Van, whatever that lady last name was, the mother of Timothy Ferguson. She was on a jail call, just laughing it up with her friend. I was like, "Hey, girl, yeah, so yeah, yeah, this and that." If I'm accused or convicted of doing anything like that to my child, how does a person like that have any friends? But I'm telling you, psychopaths are friends with other psychopaths. Narcissists are friends with other narcissists. Abusers are friends with other abusers. That's the only way it makes sense, because a good-hearted person, a person who cares about children, would cut off any friend of theirs that they find out is abusing children. So say you really didn't know your friend was like that. Say you didn't know your family member was an abusive person. As soon as you find out, they need to be cut off. Don't be giving them no money. Don't put no money on their books and putting money on their commissionary, whatever you call that thing. I don't know how these people have friends, and there's hard evidence against them of abusing children, and they be having friends. I swear these people got more friends than me, and I'm not jealous of that. What I'm saying is, like, it's just crazy how bad, nasty people have a ton of friends, and it just makes you know that that's why some of these abusers get away with what they get away with, because they have people to, shh, we're not gonna tell anybody. There's people who are keeping their secrets, and that's how the abuse continues. People are not seeing something and saying something. They're just like, oh, not my business. Oh, well, that's her, how she disciplines. Or, well, yeah, he was a bad boy, he didn't listen to her, so that's why he's getting punished like that. There's some people who really believe that children should be seen, not heard, and children are just the property of parents. And until the mindset of some of these people change, a lot of children are living in danger. There's children right now, y'all, being abused, and no one is saying anything. No one is like paying attention to the red flags. And I'm telling you, I really feel like there needs to be like a public outcry. There needs to be like a public service announcement every day. To me, there's not enough Amber Alerts going on. Something else needs to happen, because right now children are being held against their will. They're being starved and abused by their so-called parents and caregivers, and no one is saying anything. It makes me sad.
Can you end the live?
It hasn't been 5 minutes yet, but you want me to end it now?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna end my poll, and then I'm gonna come off live stream. My son is ready to go, so I will go live later once I'm inside, indoors, outside, out of the cold. Honestly, it's not that cold today, y'all. It's like 40 degrees, and it doesn't feel that bad. There is still snow on the ground, but let me end my poll. So I said, is your Sunday going well? And 56% of you said yes. Good for you guys. Mine is going well as well. And 44% of you said no. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get off. Please, let me end the poll. I will go live later, and I will make a short about, like I said, what happened with my son today. I thought I saw something in my nose. Anyway, y'all, you know what? I feel like we're too obsessed with perfection. Like, why do I care? Something's in my nose. I'm human. It happens, right? I'm not vain at all, y'all. As you can probably tell. Like, I don't be caring. I probably should care more, but I don't. Anyway, I'm gonna come off. So I appreciate everyone who came into the live stream. Thank you to Martin Johnson. Martin, you're like always one of the first people to come on my live, and I appreciate you, Martin. You don't say much, but you do support me. You don't say much, but I know you support me, and that means so much to me. That's a remix, okay? All right, y'all. Please continue to hold on, baby. I'm gonna make it go to 25 minutes. Let's let it run to 25 minutes, almost to 25. Should we end with the snow? Let me walk in the snow. Let me end with the snow, y'all. Let me show y'all the snow. So you guys, thank you so much for supporting me. Let's start walking. Y'all, the real MVPs out there. Those of you who support my lives, support my videos. You the best. We'll walk back. Ooh. It's muddy right here. Please continue to like, comment. Should I just walk all the way up or should I end it?
Just end it.
All right, y'all. Please continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Let me end it.